Jio is another one, of the companies that we'll be keeping a close eye on.
Similar increases, but for the margins, which are much bigger. So net profits in Reliance Jio have jumped 3% from 4,863 crores the previous quarter to 5,010 crores this quarter. Revenues have jumped 3.4% from 24,042 crores last quarter to 24,850 crores this quarter. Margins have jumped marginally 50 basis points from 52.3% to 52.8%. Now, analysts estimate that during the second quarter of financial year 2022, Jio might have added as many as 10 million subscribers.
Wow.
Now, that compared to 448 million in the previous quarter that they had added. So, a little bit. ARPU of Jio for quarter ending September 30th, 2023 is projected to be 135, indicating a 1% growth from the previous quarter of 180.5.
All right, that's the expectation on Reliance Jio. I mean, from what I can see, the preview that you have prepared for us, net profit will cross that figure of 5,000 crore for the very first time, it seems, Amit. And revenues also, see a significant bump up of about 3.4%. I think this is on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So a good bit of jump on a sequential basis of about 3.4% is what the street is expecting. Margins also look fairly like, I mean, at least what the street is expecting, it's looking fairly steady on a quarter-on-quarter basis as well. I mean, 52.3% in the year-ago period. In the Q1, quarter 1, and 52.8% is the expectation now. So about a 50 basis points or so jump is expected by the streets. I think, as you rightly pointed out, the two key monitorables for Jio will be the subscriber additions, as you said, could be to the tune of 10 million in Q2 alone.
Quarter, yeah.
Wow. And ARPU, which is average revenue per user. How much is that expected to grow again?
1% from 180.5 to 182.5.
But that's on a sequential basis. 1% is fairly I mean, if considered sequentially also. And I'm looking at the stock also this morning, Amit, the stock is up about 1.38%. And I mean, talking about Reliance retail stock, Reliance industry stock, mind you, it's been pretty much range bound. It's been trading in the range of about 600 points from 2000 to 2600 for the last 25-26 months or so, and has not really given a breakout. Even if we add that, the lost bit of market cap because of the carving out of JFS, it still sits at around, 24-2500. So still well within that range that we have been seeing it play out over the, the last 2 years. Talking about returns, year to date, the stock, however, is down almost 14%. Actually, after today's bit of a bounce back that we saw, it's down about 12.5%. In the last 6 months, the stock is down nearly 5%. And from its 52 weeks high, Amit, it's down almost 21%. So investors, perhaps, if looking for value, Reliance Industries stock looks like, as far as its historical valuations are concerned, it's looked fairly priced. But then again, the big breakout, at least for Reliance Industries stock, will be that value unlocking exercise that is expected to happen within the next few financial years. That big demerger announcements, the carving out of, hiving out of separate entities. And I'm also looking at the overall expectations on a consolidated basis. Refining margins, Amit, I can see are expected to improve, and this will be on the back of a softening of crude prices. Now, remember last time we were coming off that spike in crude prices, where crude had touched nearly $120 a barrel, coming right out of that peak because of the Ukraine war. In the previous quarter, it has pretty much hovered in that range of 75 to 80 billion, $80 barrel mark. So I think that will really help margins for the company, as far as refining margins, particularly for the company, as far as this quarter is concerned. Now, this will be on a year-on-year basis. However, the street is also expecting, the petrochem spreads to, play a spoilsport and take away from that margins. Now, this is Reliance Industries.